First, yeah. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for logging on with us tonight. We are so happy that you're with us. We have a quick slideshow to go over the SFR, what should I say, the SFR highlights. And then we are going to share some tips and ideas with you guys and aha moments that we all had when we were together. So I'm going to just flip through this amazing slideshow that Sarah Speechley put together for us. It'll just start us off with, and Lauren, please chime in. And if you, Jackie, Debbie, I know Alicia's on here, Steph's on here, Melanie, you watched virtually. If there's anything you want to chime in here, I do not need to be the narrator. So please share. And you guys can see the screen, okay? Yes? Mm-hmm. Okay. Heidi and Orville will back. As leaders, we got to have a director dinner for directors and above.
And hold on just a second, Shelley, because those of us that have been around for a while, we definitely know who Heidi and Orville are. But if you joined during hypergrowth, you might just know Dan, who was our interim CEO. But actually, the owners of the company are Heidi and Orville, and they were away for a 3-year mission trip with their church. They got back 2 weeks before this. So they are back and going to be assuming roles back with Scentsy, but Dan will remain the CEO. So just that way for newer people who maybe are like, who's Heidi and Orville, that way, because I know we're going to send this out to all consultants.
Yeah, Heidi and Orville are our owners. Now their new title is executive chairman, co-executive chairman, and Heidi wants to be grandma. So that's what she told us at the director dinner, that her title was going to be. We had our big announcements, which everybody's aware of. How is everybody doing on the Minions? I posted the Minions in my stories, and to my complete disbelief, sold a warmer from stories. That never happens. Well, I shouldn't say that never happens to me. It's been happening more that I've been consistent in my stories. So I tried it with Lord of the Rings today, and I've been seeing a lot of fun stuff with, like, is it Hogwarts or the Shire for you? So that's been fun to like play around with that. Oh, okay. So then we also got to see, and I'm going to fly through this. So please interrupt, Jackie, Debbie, Lauren, Alicia, Melanie. You guys are all on my screen. Interrupt. And everybody else who I can't see on my screen, please interrupt if you guys see something. The Gordy Goodness 5-bar collection, exclusive. We can get this now. Consultants can get this ahead of time. So add that to your orders. It looks amazing. I think it's going to be nice to have those early for samples. Here's another amazing LTO that we are going to see soon. And then guess what's coming back in time for football? We've got some top 10 sellers are going to be released in a smaller helmet than the helmets we've had in previous years. It's a smaller helmet. And then in the other teams, we will have the style we most recently had. But those are coming and look forward to. We've got the Cause Warmer. We've got some really neat looking full-size warmers. So Lauren's expert on this training for using these warmers to leverage for new contacts. But I was on a roundtable today and I am absolutely loving this idea. The Furry Friends, she has gone to rescue groups and vet techs and already started some interest around Furry Friends. So think about these warmers and, you know, there might be product placement. It might be some fun. I mean, I can see realtors wanting their hands on this. Whose decor looks like this? You know, the pig probably will have to go to my stepdaughter's farmhouse. We've got some other really neat new things that they've done. These are going to be the new minis. So some familiar warmers and a new warmer in the mini. And then, how excited are we for the new Scentsy Air and the black Scentsy Go? So exciting. And I was gonna grab my Go. It's not behind me, it's over there. The Scentsy Air, we got to experience the rooms, fragrance rooms with the Scentsy Air going. How big do you think those rooms were, you guys? Pretty
They
big.
were 500 square feet because I saw in one of the group pages, there was a consultant who made them measure. So the rooms were 500 square feet, which is just good for us to know. And I've got to tell you, maybe Jackie, or I think I was with you and Debbie. I don't know. I know I was with Catherine. I didn't see her on, but there was one of those. Was it the peach cranberry? I don't know. We were outside the room. So
Easy.
if you weren't there, they had fragrance rooms with the new Scentsy Air in them, and that was the only fragrance that was going in the room. So they did have like the bars and the other things that came in, but the only way we were experiencing the fragrance, the only way it was delivered was the air. And I mean, I could smell it outside the door. It was incredible. So any of your customers, I'm already thinking of these people who have really high ceilings, really high, really large rooms in their homes. They are going to absolutely love this. One of my Scentsy friends who earned the incentive. So if you picked our reunion for your incentive, one of their room drops was the Scentsy Air. And she just got home because of all of the airline woes. And she put it in her downstairs, which is 1,000 square feet. And she is so impressed. So she
I was
said,
just gonna say,
where she needed several warmers with this,
right.
she said that it just smells so incredible. And she was so excited to test it out. Like, because they've said it covers 1,000 square feet.
Yeah.
And
I
she
read that
says
somewhere.
that it does. So, yeah, so that was my friend Karen who was excited to get that home and experiment with it. So that is definitely going to be something amazing. And I love how Scentsy keeps coming up with new and inventive ways for us to deliver fragrance. And I especially love when the fragrance we're delivering, the only place that they can purchase it from is us. So those are with pods. So that's awesome for all of you, all of us, because they can't pick that up anywhere else besides your Scentsy consultant. So I absolutely love that. And then Jackie, did you have anything else you wanted to add about the air? But yeah, I was just excited because my friend Karen got home and she was excited to test it out. She knew her downstairs was exactly 1,000 square feet.
I am so very anxious to try that also, as I have like a dining area, a family room, and a kitchen area. And I have 2 warmers in the kitchen. I have 1 warmer in the family room, and then I have 2 warmers in the dining area. And I was telling my husband about it and how it was in a 500 square foot room. And I said to him, I'm so excited. I want to try that for this area. I says, I read or I heard, somebody said up to 1,000 square feet. He goes, it should do the job here too. So I'm excited. I can't wait to get my hands on it.
And Shelly, did you grab your Go? Yeah,
I did.
share with us about that, because
yeah, this is the size. Check it out. It's the same size as our phone.
I think it's 5.5 inches tall.
Yeah. So loving, loving, loving this. Batteries or cord. So loving this. I can't wait to offer this to my customers.
I saw where someone, I don't know, but they said that they literally had a 17-hour car drive home and they turned their Go on with batteries and it lasted the whole 17-hour car ride home. And then they tried it the next day and it didn't turn on. So just if we're giving a real life, how many hours does it last with the batteries? 17 hours.
That's awesome.
There's ways you can recharge your batteries or buy batteries that can be recharged. But I actually love that we have something with batteries, because how many times do we get asked about that? So that's just nice to say, I don't have a warmer, but I've got this. If you want batteries, this is your way to go.
It's a little bit shorter than the Go also. It's only 4.5 inches tall, which a lot of times, you know, you want to stick the Go in a little cubby or something and it's just too tall. So maybe this might be,
might work.
Yeah.
I think this will appeal to men more. It's more sleek. I actually like the design of it a lot. So I think this will be a whole new audience for us with that product.
Yes.
And we've got body laundry. So and the dryer sheets are going to be permanent. We've got, oh yes, we've got this Blankie Buddy coming back. That was a popular item when we had it years ago. And then we have this cute little plush owl cat. Tell me about this again, you guys. Help me out. Who remembers? Is this
Oxalot, but I have no clue.
Axolotl.
Axolotl, sorry. And I have no
Okay.
clue about them, but I know that they're really big. So
Yeah.
share it,
It's
because
cute.
anyone
Okay.
who has kids probably knows about it.
Yeah, my
Okay.
granddaughter wanted a real one.
We have a lot of people that love axolotls, and I have a friend that has a real one.
Okay,
Oh,
so it is
wow.
a trend and it's going to be very popular.
Yes, axolotl.
Axolotl. Oh,
Okay. So we have some new scents and then new harvest collection. This is glass and just gorgeous in person. We got to see that. And then diffuser, can we say it's going to look like smoke coming out of the chimney? How cool.
That's awesome.
And then what else do we have? The cutest harvest collection. Not gonna stop there. And hello, villains. How many of those caramel apples did everybody sell or could have sold? Every single person that wanted that caramel apple got a text from me saying, do you want the sneak peek? You might need an account so you can get a discount. And then the holiday warmers, just gorgeous. This glass is beautiful. I mean, they just have done such a nice, look how I'm going to have that. I just can't wait. And the mini tree. And hello, Christmas vacation. I'm going to go broke because every kid is going to want both of these in our family. It's going to be Santa gifts coming at Thanksgiving for our house. We've got scents of the season in the bricks. Oh, no, wait, this is not the bricks. This is the little, getting ahead. We do have some bricks coming. And then we have this cutest sugar chalet. And are you guys ready for this? Harry Potter sorting hat. And we got, this was the display over here. And we all got to try to take videos and we were pushing it. And it's just real random on what you're going to get. And it lights up the color of the house that it sorts you to. So how fun. Everybody's going to love that.
and make sure you let everyone know. I think it's been shocking because sometimes, a lot of times people like watch our videos. I'm one of those with the sound muted, but it does. People were really surprised that it does talk, because that's not something that our Scentsy warmers normally do. So make sure that when you're sharing that, because you might have a video, but they might not be listening with sound and realize. They might just think, oh, it has a color, and then you know the house.
Yeah, it talks, and I think I heard that it's the Harry Potter movie voice. It's the same voice. Maybe. Well, that's something to check.
Yes.
The fact.
Yes, they did say that.
Okay, so I wasn't sleeping during that session. And the detail on this is just gorgeous with the crown. And the beloved friend's couch. And we're going to get the return of the couch warmer. This warmer gets so much attention. If you're doing fall events, you need to get this on your table. We sold several of these at our fall and winter events. And I'm not sure how the couch, I think the couch is going to be super fun and everybody loves the fragrance. But if you're doing fall events, stock up on these bars, because people who don't want to spend the money for the warmer or the plush couch, they're going to want the scent of Central Perk. And with this plugged in, because you can see the sign, this gets so many people in the booth. Everybody has to touch the couch and smell the scent. Everybody loves the friends. So go back to all your friends, fans, and customers and tell them what's coming. And hopefully that'll help you book a party with them.
Hey, Shelly, I'm going to jump in here for a second.
Yeah.
Speaking of doing events, you really should invest in a couple of the licensed products, warmers. They draw people in, even if you set them out to where they can see them, whether or not they buy those, and you don't have to have a whole lot of them, just a couple on your table is a huge conversation starter, and it draws people into your booth. That's just my 2 cents on an event.
Really
So highly
really
recommend
does.
trying to get a couple of those.
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay.
And although you can't use them for hostess rewards, they are good reasons for people to book parties or sign up. And then we've got Hamish the Highland Cow, and he's heated and weighted. So I have a feeling we're going to have a really good market for that. And then we've got the Disney fragrance collection, and they sounded amazing. We also have the Scentsy Connect app. Who's already using it and signed up? I had a call with a consultant this afternoon, and she said it is amazing. She's never had any follow-up system, anything like it. So she's newer and she's loving it. So if you're not using it and you don't have a system, start today.
And I just want to give a quick little tip on that for those of you that have Project Broadcast, because if you want to text your customers, it'll pull it up to use your regular number. I just copy the text, make it my own, and go into Project Broadcast. But how I mark off that I've completed the task is I just say I've done it in person. I don't want to delete the task. I want to show that I've done it. So that's just a workaround, because having Project Broadcast has created a very nice little boundary for myself with everyone, that if it's after a certain time, I don't respond. But if those texts come to my regular phone, for some reason, I feel compelled to do it. It's a me issue, not everyone else. So that's why I wanted to find a workaround with Project Broadcast.
I do like that idea because it is going to give you the text template and it is going to remind you to follow up. Then we don't have to create who do we need to follow up with? What do we need to say? When do I need to follow up? It's telling us to do those things. We can just drop it in our other form of communication. So I'm loving that, Lauren. Great tip. All right. And then we've got the Disney Plus commercial. So Scentsy is invested and they will be premiering. Oh, right now, those Disney commercials are happening. So here's a couple points they want to drive home. So Scentsy.com is going to come up on these really cool Disney produced commercials that are going to start airing with Disney Plus. If you would like to benefit from this marketing, you need to be an active lead consultant. When you have an active account and you are regularly paid and working your business as a lead consultant or above with a PWS, an active PWS, Scentsy will send leads your way from Scentsy.com. They want to match interested customers and contacts with working consultants that are close by them. So Scentsy is doing this for us. And if you want to benefit from it, lead consultant actively selling with the PWS will show up in the consultant locator. So this month, you have a few days left to get yourself frontline to help you hit that goal. And I know I was speaking with Danielle Delp. She's going to be putting together a sprint training program that we'll all have some access to. So if you're interested in that, it's a opt-in sprint to lead program that we can get you information for to help you get to lead and benefit from that PWS and referrals. And then there is Sarah and I are standing together and she puts together the presentation. So there's my picture right there on the slide. So there's 2 new awards, and these are actually kind of they're awards, but I feel like they're additions to the compensation plan. There hasn't been anything done since 2010 or the 10 year, not 2010. In since these 10 years, they announced Circle of Excellence. And so what they needed, that's 6 superstar director frontline. And now that we have celebrated 20 years of Scentsy, they felt like there was a gap between Circle of Excellence and superstar director. So they created 2 additional tiers. I was blown away by this honor. I couldn't even believe the names that were put on this list and the people that showed up and behind stage for this mystery award that was getting announced. We had no idea what was going on. And I just kept seeing these rock stars come back. And I'm like, what could I have achieved that these people are also getting? Like, or that they're getting and I'm also getting? Like, I was very humbled. But there's now a circle of growth and a circle of influence. And then we have the Shining Star was announced, and Gabi was, oh my gosh, she was surrounded by her whole team, and they were like hugging her, and they wouldn't even let her get out of the seats. I was on a Zoom with her this afternoon earlier today, and we were like, congratulations, we're so excited for you. And then we just couldn't stop laughing about how excited her whole team of people from Mexico, they wouldn't let her get out of her seat. And Heidi's like, we need her on stage. And so that was exciting to watch. And then our incentive trips were announced, and level 1 is registration for SFR. Level 2 is a trip for 1 without the flight. Level 3 is a trip for 1 with flight. Level 4 is trip for 1 with flight and a guest. And then level 5 is trip for 2, including flights. So when we get this trip tracker on August 1st, you can take a look at it and then partner with your directors. And Lauren and myself will get a little group together. We'll start getting you all the tools and the resources. Everybody should be setting their sight on one of these levels. There are consultants that earn being a certified consultant or joining yesterday or tomorrow or next week that have earned any of these levels in the past for Scentsy incentives. So there is a level for everyone, and everyone is eligible. Everyone is eligible. Everyone is capable. It's not just the top. It is the people that plan and the people that do things. And I pulled some tips for the incentive, and I'm just going to throw it out there because these are all things that you guys can do. Party every week. Focus on sales. Plan ahead. Talk to everyone. Stay branded. Write down your numbers. Know where you are every single day. Front load your calendars with events, parties, and fundraisers. Update your dream team list. Have more join conversations. 1 conversation a day is 30 within a month, and you will get team members this way. Make a plan. Don't give up. The plan will never go perfectly, so revamp after, but never, ever quit. Never quit. High sales and heavy recruiting will earn you this trip. Recruiting new team members now in July so that they are on board, ready to go. Front load your calendar, book your parties from August all the way through January. Be consistent, share your love and passion with everyone. Work your business every day like you're working towards this incentive, and you'll have a solid business at the end of this period, not just during this qualification time. And recruit and have more parties. So those are things that we're going to do anyway. Those are things we like to do. We're just going to do them in an accelerated pace so that you can earn one of these levels. So
and I want to say something. Oh, sorry, really quick. I've been talking with a couple of, consultants, just we don't know what the tracker is, but all the things that Shelly said, we know are going to be on there. There's some fluctuation each year, but there's major things that never change. So whatever level your heart is really set on, if you are just thinking, I just want to earn registration to reunion, you really need to shoot for the level above. So that's going to be your new goal, because you're going to do more and you're going to get it done quicker. And there's going to be times where your plan doesn't, go exactly the way that you thought it would. So that's why you're going to shoot one level above. And there could just be some things in your life where you're like, I can't take that long of a vacation. You know what? This sounds good for me, but you're going to go for level 1, because then that's going to most likely ensure that you're going to land at the level that you want. All right. So just put that in your head too.
We haven't seen the trip tracker. Level 2 could be hotel for SFR. And
right.
you could, yeah. And how nice is that? There's many years that SFR has been my incentive, and it's come at the right time for my budget, and it's come at the right time for all of the things. And those Disney recipients of the incentive were spoiled. So don't count yourself out. I think that's the biggest disservice people do, is they look at this and they say, not me. Well, you know what? If you do the things that are on the tracker, I can tell you your paychecks will be higher, and you can do whatever you want with your best paychecks. And if you land at any of these levels, your business is going to be solid because you went for it. So these are behaviors we're going to do anyway. So dream big.
And we talked about at our group meeting, or I did, about having a vision for yourself and your business. So part of your vision can be earning this trip. And when you have that, I was talking with someone after, I just would not give up. I was not giving up the trip that I wanted last fall. And believe me, there were days and times where things were not going good, and I just would not give up. So that can be the trip, or that can be just things that you want and need in your life. But when you have that vision, you're going to push so much further and harder than you normally would. So that's really important that you establish that for yourself.
Okay. And then we have the season kit. This is going to be what you are going to purchase for your 20 Cheers to 20 years incentive. Okay. I'm going to stop sharing there, you guys. I just am so excited. The enthusiasm, the energy of our community within our group, plus just being live in person with all the people, gives me all the feels and all the goosebumps. But one thing that wasn't on here was our speaker, Diana Nyad. So amazing. I was blown away. I was telling my husband, I'm like, I think she has to be one of my favorite speakers. Every year is my favorite speaker, to be honest. We've had so many amazing speakers, but it hit right at the right time. And I ended up watching the Netflix movie and watching some of the stuff go together, but she stood on stage, and I was just blown away by the things she shared. If you haven't watched the movie, I highly recommend it. And I'm going to look for some YouTube clips to share some of her inspiration. But now all I can think of is she didn't give up. She did not stop. And Nicole sent me a text this afternoon. She couldn't be on this. And this is my first aha moment. She wrote, never give up and don't settle. Diana Nyad. I may get a lot of no's, but that shouldn't stop me from chasing my goals. So that was an aha moment shared by Nicole Brown today. And that's where I want to just remember what Diana was telling us. And she was on stage and she was, doing her strokes. And she said she would sing 9 hours, 1,000 times through the song to make it through 9 hours of swimming. I was like, well, if she can stroke 1,000 times or 1,000 songs to get to where she wanted just 9 hours, I was like, I certainly can send 9 more texts, like, I know that sounds crazy, but I was so intentional with the join message when I got back with the $20. And every time I thought I was done with the list, nope. One more song, one more song, one more stroke. So whatever, we're not going to give up. We're going to just keep pushing on. So I want to hear from you guys. What I'm going to look in the chat. If you drop stuff in chat, we'll read it. And then I want to hear from you guys. So unmute yourself. If you were there in person, watching virtual, we want to hear ideas, tips, and tricks, things that I was not able to like present on the screen that happened in the expo or on the sidelines or in the sound bites. We want to hear those. So jump on in and share.
So I'm already kind of prepping, like Shelley said, to get front load my calendar and everything with a couple of things I'm working on. Parties, obviously. Fundraisers. If you have any teacher friends, have them do a shopping link and share it. Get it set up for the 1st of August so that you will get they'll get the 10% off. It's kind of extra for them. Plus, then that way it'll be just doing that. You can also, if their party is big enough, I'll try and flip them for those extra sponsoring points, which we know that they're going to be there. I'm also looking through my team to see who, just guessing. I have no idea if this is even going to be on there, but we got points for people who went from certified frontline and went from certified to lead. So I'm looking to see if anybody on my team qualifies for that. And if I have any consultants who have not certified yet, I'm looking to see exactly how far they are because, if it possibly could be 250 points, which is what it was the past several years. Those 250 points add up, and sometimes that's just the difference that you need. So I'm not waiting until August 1st to get the points. I'm going to start working on it now because it's fate. I opened up a book that I was supposed to read and they were in Greece. So it's just meant to be. That's my sign. So
And our final dinner in Orlando together was at the Greece restaurant. We had reservations for like a month in advance. I love it. I've got some questions.
Several months. We got those reservations right when they opened up. we tried in like March and they said, no, you can do it like 60 days out. So I think we I think we did it about 6 weeks out. So we had a premonition. I was very excited because Greece is on my list. So, and trips might not mean that much to you, but this is a time of year that you can grow your business. You can make bigger paychecks. So just find whatever relates to you. I know that travel isn't something that everyone enjoys doing. So just find what you want out of your Scentsy business and have that strong vision.
Free registration to SFR. If that's virtual in your house and you get the kit and you earn it, I am going to celebrate that all day, every day. There's many years that I have taken SFR as my incentive, and it is a huge savings and it is an amazing reward. So everybody at minimum should start there. So I have some questions in the chat, but I want to hear more from everybody who's attended in other aha moments.
And you can type it if you don't want to talk or you can't
if you want
talk.
to type it, we'll read it for you.
My favorite speaker, I think, was the lady that adopted, obviously. She's the one that made me tear up. And I just like, how she ended it with just take the damn jump. And I can't remember her name.
She was one of the sound bites, Melanie.
Well,
was she on the stage?
The one they showed the baby in the audience, and then the baby waved on cue. I'm like, how does that happen? My kids never did that stuff.
Right.
Oh my gosh, yes. Such good consultant speakers. Those sound bites are available for virtual and people who attended in person. So if you have someone that lives near you that did go and you would like to watch those sound bites, or maybe you could do a watch party on, I don't know if it'll work on Zoom, but you could do a FaceTime live and watch sound bites. If you want to have a watch party, set it up with a friend that did watch virtual or in person. we have those for about 2 or 3 more weeks. I've got some questions answered. Heather confirmed it is the voice from the Harry Potter movie. We believe the diffuser shade will fit over a regular diffuser. And the Friends reunion is happening on Max. So that is a fun thing. You could watch that and share on, share in your stories or on social and see who your friends' friends are. And Project Broadcast and the new app, the Sensi Connect. Lauren touched on it a little bit, but just for the recording, I want to make it, if you're already using Project Broadcast, you're going to want to do both. If you're not doing anything, start with Sensi Connect. And when you get to a certain place where you need mass texting, then we would work with you to introduce Project Broadcast. But for most consultants, they poured a ton of resources into this Sensi Connect to make it work for you. And it should really increase your PRV and save you time. So start with Sensi Connect and then partner with your director to see if you need both. And if you're already using Project Broadcast, I would not give it up. I would marry them. Okay. And then, yes, you need to be paid at title for lead for the prior month if you want to be on the locator. So work on getting paid at lead now so that you can be in the following months. And that goes for anything, not just the Disney consult or not just this Disney commercial, but this is just one really top of mind opportunity that you want it, but you want to be in your consultant locator all the time. And that is how you're going to get there. Any other aha moments, tips, things that you guys want to share?
So I think Diana had said she was amazing. I'm sure you all agree. She was really good, but this kind of resonated with me because I'm probably one of the older ones in this group. But she said, you're never too old to chase your dreams. So go for it.
She was just amazing.
Yeah, she really was. I just can't believe the stamina that woman has. Man, I'm still trying to catch up. Anyway, I don't remember who said it. I don't remember if it was one of the consultants or I can't recall, but like when you ask somebody if you share the opportunity and they're like, oh, I'm so busy. I don't think I could do it. I don't, everyone is busy. I mean, if you sit and you talk to everyone has a job. Everyone is busy. Everybody has a lot going on. If you want it, you have to make the time for it. Whatever you want, you have to go for. And then something else was said, well, my life is just too busy and I have a lot of heartache in my life and I can't. You have to find it in yourself to make your way back out of that. I don't know exactly how she said it. I don't know if anybody's caught any of that conversation, but you have to pull it out of yourself to, kind of dig your way back up and go for what you want. Don't kind of let things take you down. Does that make any sense? Does anybody remember that? Or was that me thinking that was, I remember something like that. But just go for what you want and don't let anything stop you.
The other thing to keep in mind too is that you don't need to have like an hour worth of time. I mean, if you have 5 minutes, hop on the workstation, go to your Connect and send the 5 texts right there, or make a post on Facebook or text a customer asking for a party. It doesn't have to be an hour long worth of time. Just fit it in where you are.
Mm-hmm. When I first started Sensi, my first summer, Shelly and we had young kids, and I remember we would say a power hour, but we worked it in like 15-minute increments. Hard to believe my kids were 4 and 6 at that time, so it was definitely not the time that I have now to focus on things, but you can do it. So Sensi does not have to be your only priority, but if you want to reach your goals, it is going to have to be a priority in your life, and you're going to need to take some time daily to put the work in.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And it doesn't, if you're intentional, that power hour,
Mhm.
4 15 minutes, 3 20 minutes, 1 solid hour a day is going to make a difference in your business and in your paychecks. So I have some notes. I want to hear from some of you guys too, but maybe if I read through some of my notes, that'll trigger some other conversation from other attendees. And these are my sound bite notes. I just pulled a couple things and highlighted. Courage comes before confidence. Be brave enough to try. Be confident in yourself and in our company. Get Scentsy in front of as many people as you can and focus on meeting new people. It takes 8 interactions before you might get the result you're looking for. So if you give up on, they didn't answer my text. Oh, I didn't get any sales from that email. Oh, I put it in my stories. Guess what? That's only 3. That's only 3. You got to keep going. You need 8. So maybe it's a flyer in the mail. Maybe it's a text about the warmer of the month. Maybe it's a call, like a call on the phone and say, I talked to a consultant this afternoon. She goes, I've been calling my customers and they're loving it. So if that's your personality, call your customer and say, you are going to need the Harry Potter sorting hat for your daughter. I saw it and you're going to love it. Whatever is your personality, but it's going to take 8 interactions. We can be our own influencers. If you want it bad enough, there's no obstacle that will stand in your way. Earn by doing income producing activities. Keep it simple. Oh, by the way, look at these cuties that just dropped today. That wasn't hard. That wasn't invasive. That wasn't salesy. It's not one thing that you do. It's all the things. So you might think that, oh my gosh, I'm constantly doing, nobody's paying attention. It's a combination and accumulation of all the things because you're consistent and they know that you're showing up and your enthusiasm and energy will come through the consistency. And the goal is a consistent stream of new customers. All right. Did that spark any memories for anybody else or anything else?
Well, Heather put something in the comments, so I'm going to read it. She said, it's okay. It's okay to go back to basics. It's okay to start the climb over. Just believe in you, the product, the company, and go forward. What you focus on, you will sell. Learn all the details and share it. And then you're like, another thing is, I don't know anything about Harry Potter. So this was back when we were first sharing it, and we still had cable and I had a DVR. So I recorded all the movies, and my husband was laughing that I was never going to watch them. But you don't have to know everything about some of these lines. And I didn't ever watch them. We deleted them. But all that I know is that I can connect my customers with products that they love. I also know 0 about Lord of the Rings, but I'm getting a lot of attraction from that. And that's a nugget for all of you. Karen Fernandez, she shared with us, because I think her daughter really likes it, that there's not a lot of merchandising for that line. So that might be something that you really want to share, because those fanatics of that do not have a lot of things to buy. So you might want to share that with them. But I know nothing about that, but I can share it in a way that I want to connect you with something that you love. So you don't have to be like a Disney fanatic. You don't have to love Harry Potter. Obviously, it does help if it's something authentic to you, but something that's authentic to me is I love to connect my customers with products that they love. So that's where my intent is. And it doesn't matter that I really knew there was a hat in Harry Potter, but I had no clue what it did before this. So just don't let any of that intimidate you. I think a lot of times we put all of these things in our mind. I can't possibly share that one. Yes, you can. You just have to be knowledgeable enough.
Who these people are. Yeah, I have no clue who the villains are. I never watched Jack Skellington, but I've been up every time there's a launch at 3 a.m. with a pre-order list. So again, you don't have to be the expert. So, oh, July 31st, Harry's birthday. So we'll all be Harry Potter sourcing the day. All right. Anybody else? I see some other faces. Steph, you didn't say anything. Marie, you were there. Let's hear Alicia,
I was
Lisa.
gonna piggyback off of I think Jackie started kind of talking about sponsoring a little bit and having those conversations. And in Soundbite 2, there was the speaker that earned annual mentor, and she sponsored 25 consultants. And I appreciated how honest she was about where those consultants are today, and that, you know, there were some of them that did great and promoted, and there were some of them who put zero PRV in. And she really emphasized the importance of casting a wide net, because, you know, most of the incentives, if you want to go on the trips, there is a sponsoring piece to it. And you might think like, I need 4,000 sponsoring points, so I'm gonna sponsor 4 people, but really you need to be multiplying that and thinking of it wider and bigger. And you absolutely can earn incentives through sponsoring points. There are opportunities to earn lots of points and to make up points through that. But I appreciated how she was really honest about, you know, you may be thinking I need 4,000 or 5,000. So that's 4 people, but no, that's probably like 10 or 12 people really, if you want to count on those points. So I just appreciated how she was really honest about, like, I sponsored 25 people and 10 of them are doing nothing with their business, you
And
know.
we know that we've experienced.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So I think, like, you know, sometimes you get discouraged if you sponsor someone and they don't really do much, even though you're trying your best effort to help them, and not to get discouraged about that, but to like to keep reaching out to more people and not necessarily just like counting those sponsoring points as, you know, those 4 or 5 people, but really thinking of it as casting a wide net when you're having those sponsoring conversations. So I just kind of appreciated that she was honest about it.
Well, and
That's
I
a
love
good
that you
point.
brought that up, because
Yeah.
whether you're looking at earning a trip or an incentive, we all are looking to, everybody who's showing up to this call, let's be honest, we're all looking to earn money this season, right? Everybody would like a bigger paycheck, and your bigger paychecks are going to come from more team members. So grease aside, SFR registration, if that is not even in your preview, your bigger paycheck should be, and it is the reality. If you want to move up the compensation plan, be paid at title, and earn those larger paychecks, we need to be team builders. And the more people you get in front of and the more people you ask, the better chance you're going to have the active frontline that you need to hit your personal promotion goals. So everything aside, that is a really good thing. So if you need 2 active frontline to be paid as a star, you probably need 4 to 6. So that's a really good expectation to put, because everybody takes, and what's crazy is people come around. They a life change or a life stage or just the right LTO hits or clicks, or kid goes off to college, or baby goes to preschool. You just never know what the life or stage. So even though there's zeros, there's still people and consultants in our team, and they joined for the product or the community. We just need to match that. If it's the discount, let's make sure we know what they want to get the discount on, so we can tell them when it launches.
And for us to get those sales, Scentsy is definitely bringing it. I mean, we have amazing products to share. Get out there and share, and talk away.
And with this $20 join, just anyone who is coming to you, and you need to be asking them, would you like to, and no one wants to join anything, so you're not asking them to join. Do you want to start your own Scentsy account? And it does not matter what you think they're going to do. If they're just going to use it for a discount, some of my discount people last fall did way better than people that came to me and told me they needed and wanted money. So again, it's not what our needs and wants are, it's what is best for the person that we're working with. So we just need numbers, like Stephanie said. And my whole mindset changed on that last August when I watched it. I've shared it with a lot of you, and we'll drop it in again. But the training with some of the top sponsors. It was Sarah Speechley who really changed my mind, but it was Shannon Grant, Shelley, it was I think Debbie Pitts Palmer. But Sarah said, you've just got, it's a numbers game. It's a total numbers game. And so after you've been in sales a little bit, you kind of realize that, and it doesn't seem as personal. So if you're at that point where, oh, I sponsored this person and they didn't do, we just need to, like Stephanie said, just cast that net wider, because it's nothing personal.
So I had someone sign up yesterday for the $20 kit, and I'm going to walk you through how it happened. I literally took 2 hours yesterday, and I was super intentional. I had my script and my images ready, and I was targeting my LTO people, the people that are going to want $80 warmers, because we know that sorting hat is not going to be less than $80. And we know that villain warmer is not going to be less than $80. So I'm looking to see who might be interested in their own account. Because when somebody wants their own account just for the discount, they sometimes end up being superstar director 3 years later because they like it so well and their friends do too. You just don't know. I'm not speaking about anybody I know, because I just had a Scentsy hobby for 6 months. And then something happened in my life and I wanted more, like a trip to Hawaii. So I texted legit. I was so busy texting and answering. All that hit this woman's inbox was the villain warmer pictures I took myself in that room. Then I switched over and I was answering somebody else's questions. And I forgot to go back to this woman and drop the text. But she comes back and says, okay, I need this. But I don't scroll up to look at the message. So all this woman has gotten is the villain pictures. But I think I've already asked her, does she need an account? She goes, okay, I need this. So I said, your own account or warmer or both? With your own account, you'll earn commissions, a discount on the warmer. Or I can put you on my pre-order list. I just need your cell number, like, because, you know, how I know her through social media. And she says, I'll do it. I was like, what? She goes, yeah, I'll do it. Sign me up under you. Just give me the link. When does that happen? Now, I went back and I said, she goes, okay, I signed up. So what about this Melissa warmer that I need? And I said, well, welcome to my team. Are you available for a quick call? And she goes, no, I just want the discount and to sell to my friends and family. I said, great. I added her to my text number list, sent her a welcome to my team, and I know exactly what she wants and where she stands with me. That is as simple as it needs to be. We overcomplicate. All I did is accidentally ask her without asking her before. I'm like, so you want the warmer or do you want an account? She goes, yeah, I'll do it. Now, I am expecting her to buy one warmer and probably put in one party with friends and family. But I don't know. It might be more. So I just want to throw that out there. So what you're doing will work if you're consistent and you focus on more than one touch. Put the things up in your stories. Keep in touch with the people that comment, because this person commented on that villain's apple when it was available, and I've just kept her in my messengers from stories, and in my DM box, I hit everybody up that ever commented on anything in my social. So, or referrals. So we're at an hour. We don't usually like to stay this long. I think this was a special recap, and we're all super pumped and excited from the season. If you didn't share what you wanted to say in chat or on live, please drop it in the comments when we share this link tomorrow. Please share this link with your team members, and hopefully you all leave this call fired up and ready for your best fall season ever. Lauren, did you have anything else you wanted to close with?
No, that's it. Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Oh, do you guys want a Danism before we hang out?
Yeah, let's get one of those.
This is Dan's connection for the day. On the SSD call, he gets home and he's sitting with his daughter, Hannah. We know his 4-year-old is his apple of his eye. So Hannah says, Mom, Dad, who owns the lamb? So they're thinking, Scentsy Buddy lamb? Where is she coming up with the lamb? Who owns the lamb? You know the lamb. And there's like, they're racking their brain, like, what the heck with the lamb? And she says, you know, the little lamb. Mary has a little lamb. And his reminder to us is we have been overcomplicating and looking for all these answers in complex ways, but really it's right in front of us. Mary, she owns the lamb. So don't overcomplicate it. Keep it super simple. We have to remind ourselves that it is just as simple as, do you want the warmer or the account or both? So I hope that you guys just keep it simple, stick with what you do best and what you enjoy doing with this business. You already love the products. We know we're part of a good company, and all of you that are showing up for this are capable. You have what you need in front of you. A smile and your enthusiasm is all you need to share the opportunity and the products. All right, you guys, have a great night. Thanks for joining us.